Hello, everyone. I hope you had a good lunch. I have the hard task to keep you awake, so I'll try to be as effective as an espresso shot. So you tell me in 10 minutes if that worked. So you have been hearing about satellite, LoRa, LoRaWAN utilization. For people that are in the mobile industry, you may have seen a lot of hype going on at the Mobile World Congress earlier in the year. And the NTN word has been coming up a lot, indicating primarily what you see in the cellular industry. And NTN stands for non-terrestrial networks. So there is one thing that I would like you all to leave this room and keep it for you and actually spread the word, is that today with LoRaWAN technology it's possible to do NTN. So we want to create a new branding, if you want, saying NTN LoRaWAN, which is an alternative to what you see on the NB-IoT side, which is NTN NB-IoT. They are not mutually exclusive. These technology will coexist. They serve different purposes, different use cases. But I think it's the time that even in this alliance, we actually all talk about NTN LoRaWAN as a standard to actually promote satellite connectivity in the LoRaWAN ecosystem. So again, use it. I think that earlier in the year, we did this. I did see somebody walking around with this nice printout. Thank you to the marketing team for supporting us in this. And the goal of this infographic is really to promote and evangelize the use of LoRaWAN in the context of satellite. It's agnostic from the type of satellite, from the type of constellation, what do you do with the devices, how big, how small they are. This is really to bring people together on the fact that NTN LoRaWAN is possible today. So what are the challenges and what did we do in the past months to actually get where we are today? The first thing that as an organization, because we believe that only open standards actually give you the benefit of an economy of scale, we started to work on standardization. So there is a task force in the LoRa Alliance working on the use of standardizing the use of LoRaWAN and what extensions are required to actually make it work. So we do have a number of partners and organizations joining, but we don't believe this is enough. We think we need more, simply because more voices we get on the table, better results we will have at the end. We drive it, we believe in it, but we need more support. So come to us. We have bi-weekly meetings. Marcello earlier in the week was giving a presentation at technical committee. So come to us and we'll figure out where to go. We had a nice presentation this morning from IoT Analytics around modules and logos that are actually active and promoting solutions in this space. The use of satellite has been in the past something that has been always regarded as complex and expensive. And these are the two variables that you really need to address when you create an ecosystem around a new technology. So we did see some modules this morning in the presentation. The reason for this module to exist is to simplify your life, because satellite is not terrestrial. When people tell you that a firmware upgrade on the cellular terrestrial modem will enable satellite, you simply should not believe them, because there are considerations that need to be done on the hardware and on the antennas. And the device has to work always. And there is a big difference between having a device that works on time and a device that works always. Okay? So this is an important step, and this is what we are doing to make it easy for you. And then certifications. There are certifications that apply to the satellite world that don't apply to terrestrial, and people don't simply know. So that education level takes time, and there are activities going on, for instance, to address some of the ETSI regulations in 3GPP and to harmonize. And harmonization is not given. This is what makes the difference when you need to promote solution in that space. It has to be cost effective. I don't know if people have been listening to what was announced at NWC earlier this year, but there were players announcing connectivity at 900 euros per megabyte for satellite. This is clearly even more expensive than what today do incumbents, okay? So the work that needs to be done is promoting solutions that are cost effective. Satellite is more expensive than terrestrial, but there are limits where the market is ready and accepting to buy. One thing that people should remember is that most of the terrestrial satellite operators do use today licensed spectrum. So licensed spectrum obviously has a cost, and operating a satellite is not cheap. So there is a reason why satellite has a certain cost. And then the last step is the interworking with terrestrial networks. Our starting point has been, because standard exists, it's the only way that you actually can drive interworking between heterogeneous networks. Today, the LoRa Alliance has been primarily working on terrestrial and a lot of private and public networks. The introduction of satellite brings in an aspect of the heterogeneous access that didn't exist before. Okay? So interworking between terrestrial and satellite has to happen. Satellite, terrestrial, obviously, because we want modems to be able to roam across any access technology. But that requires a level of integration that didn't exist before. Because today, there are regional parameters that exist for some regions, but the same don't apply to satellite, for instance, okay? Depending on the frequencies that you use. And if you want to be able to roam seamlessly, then you need to have in place mechanisms that can enable that. Use cases, and you will ask yourself probably where satellite is used. Satellite in general is the only technology that can provide you 100% connectivity. And in many use cases, the last 1% or 2% are so expensive to be covered with terrestrial that is much easier to go satellite, okay? So we did see a lot of hype on anything that is smart irrigation, smart agriculture, moisture, or humidity detection. That's clearly a place where satellite is a natural player, because you want to be easier for the farmer to actually get connected. And you need something that doesn't require batteries, solar panels. It has to be something easy to use. Anything that is around environment. We have a, we start as smart city, you start as smart building, you wear smart city, and then we say smart country, in the sense that you need to be able to digitalize anything that is around you. And we did see in the past months, in the past years, unfortunately, climate events that become more and more, strong, and they strike all of a sudden. So having the capability to monitor environment is becoming a necessity. Anything that is long and skinny, railways, motorways, bridges, anything that will require deployment of terrestrial network, that will be, from an investment standpoint, not really attractive, okay? So satellite can provide their natural extension to what already exists. And then anything that is tracking. Incumbents in the industry have been tracking for many years, but tracking is clearly a topic that will not die. We see a lot of people building solutions, and satellite is the natural gap filler. When you have trackers that can do multiple technologies. So, what do we do as an organization to bring to the satellite topic on the table. We do have a fairly good production of documentation for you. This is agnostic from obviously marketing and product that we do and we sell, but is really intended for people to be educated on the satellite topic at large. There are a number of use cases produced in collaboration with our partners. There are guides that we produce to actually evangelize on what satellite means and what IoT means. And we encourage, people to share. We provide these inputs to the Alliance as well, and we need more of it because obviously more voices, more noise, no more people will remember. So we are there, we are outside, come to visit us, and looking forward to talk to you.